Folks, it was some years ago that Josh Marshall at Talking Points Memo, I can't remember for the life of me when it was, had this, was writing about his bitch slap theory of politics. Now, I don't usually use that word because if I do at home, I owe my daughter $1.
I was going to say you get bitch slapped.
Or I get bitch slapped, yes. But the idea was that Democrats were getting rolled quite a bit by Republicans, and just the act of the rolling was self-perpetuating in some way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Jeb Bush. He is at a press conference in McAllen, Texas. Jeb Bush, who 2 some odd years ago was a signatory to a piece on what the Republicans need to do to move forward. One thing they shouldn't do is say the word anchor baby. Well, so here we have Jeb Bush, one, having said the words anchor baby to describe kids of immigrants either in here without documentation or I guess theoretically here on a visit and had their baby as a tourist. And then he backtracks off of that. So in saying anchor babies, he shows that he's capitulating to Trump, and Trump jumped all over him at that press conference or that rally in Alabama on Friday night. He said multiple times, look at Jeb Bush, he's using the word now. He's using the word, which basically says like, oh, look how I quashed Jeb Bush. And then Jeb Bush comes back on Sunday and says, well, I didn't mean to. Basically, oh, in fact, not only did I mean to, I wasn't talking about Mexicans. I was talking about another race of people. Here it is.
Excuse me?
Do you worry that using the term anchor babies could affect
look, as I said in Spanish, my background, my life, the fact that I'm immersed in the immigrant experience, this is ludicrous for the Clinton campaign and others to suggest that somehow I'm using a derogatory term. What I was talking about was the specific case of fraud committed where there's organized efforts, and frankly, it's more related to Asian people coming into our country, having children, in that organized efforts, taking advantage of a noble concept with his birthright citizenship. I support.
What are you talking about?
So in other words, you perceive some measure of there being commercial flights coming in and basically birth tours by Asian immigrants. Now, I don't know how many hundreds of people do this. I imagine it's hundreds. It could even be a couple of thousand of wealthy Asians flying in so that their kids can have American citizenship. And I suppose you could try and outlaw that with vacationing. But he's basically saying, I'm immersed in the immigrant experience in terms of Mexicans, but the Asians. And I can't wait for Trump to come out and say, I was talking about how we're getting a raw deal from the Chinese. And then he comes out and blames Asians. He's going to get it again, but continue.
The 14th Amendment. Nothing about what I've said should be viewed as derogatory towards immigrants at all. This is all how politics plays. And by the way, I think we need to take a step back and chill out a little bit as it relates to the political correctness that somehow you have to be scolded every time you say something. It's not.
That's exactly what Donald Trump told him to say at the end of the last debate. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, here's the real question that you have to ask at this point. Will Jeb Bush, at his next press conference, announce that his second favorite book after the Bible is the Art of the Deal? That's the question you have to ask next. That's what's coming next.
The Bible. He tries to start copying.
Is there anything
Trump
more?
Tone,
Let's see what else he has.
He drags on a little bit more.
Not fair to be taken out of context. That's the nature of politics, but I just don't think that this is appropriate. One more.
How do you think you will actually stick to using that term anchor baby?
I just said that I was focusing on a specific targeted kind of case where people are organizing to bring pregnant women into the country where they're having children for their children to become citizens. That's fraud, and that's what we need to do. We need to enforce the law. We need to create a more secure border, not just at the border, but across the spectrum. I mean, there are 40% of the people that come here that are here illegally today came with a legal visa. Enforcing the immigration laws of our country needs to be a high priority. And once you had, how you do it, you put more resources.
How will you refer to that hot button issue?
Huh?
How will you refer to this issue?
You give me the name. This is so ridiculous. You give me the name you want me to use, and I'll use it. How about that? Which one?
Fraud?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was focused on.
Well, there you have it. Now Jeb Bush has been reduced to asking the press, well, how should I refer to this special type of fraud that resonates so much that Donald Trump told me to use the words. Hi, how you doing? Oh, you want me to do, hey, Jeb. Maybe it's time that you, I have a recommendation for you. Okay, buddy? Broheim, listen, one little hit of schnapps maybe right before you go up there. Get a little more energy.
Get your engines going.
That's right. Here's a announcement. Guess who's not going to be the third Bush president? Looks like my place at the head of the table on Thanksgiving's fully consolidated for it. I'm not going to have to worry about you, Fredo. Oh, look at you all. Oh, George, look at me. I married a Mexican girl. Look at me. I'm not a drunk doing blow off of some stripper's breasts in a club in Houston. Whoop-a-de-doo-dah. I was president.
I immersed myself in the immigrant experience, too.
How did that work out? How'd that work out for you, Jeb? Sorry.
None of the fun, none of the terms.
Oh. Got to sit around here watch Donald Trump make you look like Michael Dukakis. All right, let's go to the
Really kind of is.
Yeah, and
I know
it
about
basically,
Michael Dukakis.
I mean, it
It's
is
like
Mike.
big alpha male border press conference. Ed's like, you just tell me what to say. I'll pull this car
Exactly.
over.
Hey, I think we all need to take a chill pill and stop being so politically correct. I'm sorry, did I say chill pill? I meant a pill that would calm you down a little bit. I didn't mean to say chill pill.
You tell me.
Let me show you how tough I am. You tell me what I should call it. Unbelievable.